Yo, that's normally not a good sign when a truck's here. Oh, jeez, the legs. Huh. Rough night.
Hang on, let's get a different bike to town here. You can come back and then we'll get you pointed kind of at the green light to your left.
I've updated it. It's weird that they still haven't figured out a way to like be able to connect your microphone and preview at the same time, because you can on all the other cameras, but not this little mini guy. How's it going this morning? Great, thanks for asking. It's just another day. As you get older and you stay in the oil field long enough, this is how your days feel. And I'm just like, it's another day, another dollar, driving a beautiful truck. So, you know, it makes it worth coming in. I did some work yesterday, except for I don't have a bracket. I thought that you'd be able to squeeze maybe 2 radios into one bracket, but no. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I have to figure something out, I just don't know what. So right now, it's ghetto zip tied, and now there is too much going on up here. The CB install is basically just the PA system. You can see the tip of the big ass horn that I bought. Way too fucking big. I bought an 11-inch pile outdoor PA horn, and I think it, oh, that vent is broken. Ran the wire underneath. I'm gonna ask Braden, I'm like, any sweet spots that come through the firewall? Because I didn't want to have to drill a hole, because there's nowhere. If I had the jump seat with the box, the console, winch console would be on the box, and I would have came up there and then did the trim with a dash. And at that same point, I was going to run the rest of the stuff for the stereo, so it's ran, which I still haven't finalized, but I ended up, he's like, no, I ran the pyro wire, it came in right behind, so dash bezel off, took out this 4-gauge pod here, and then ran the wire, came underneath, up the firewall. You have to remove this and this, that pops off, and you can just see, it was hard to sneak at this corner, but I got it popped all in behind all there, and then ran it up there, wired PA. Yeah, the double radio is just super zip tied right now. This radio runs off this speaker. I was looking for this.
Is this your D sign on this trailer?
No, it stays on the trailer, permanente.
Oh, right on. That's sweet.
that to run the one that's just blaring away there, because I hate these little speakers too much for my ears, and this one's not any better. I wanted to upgrade this while we had it apart. I just didn't have time. I took the hood, not apart, but did some shit yesterday. So the bar underneath the front, there's a support bar that comes up that supports where those two bolts are on the front. Head's 2
I'll be
Ps.
right behind you. Forgot my phone at home today.
Copy. And the bunch of those bolts that hold those brackets all together, it meets in like a T from the Kenworth logo and two sidebars that come in, and it's like a big T, and it meets there, and they were all loose. And then the hood itself wasn't super tight. The washers that they used underneath the bushings weren't super big, so the washer was squishing into the rubber grommet, that the bushing, or whatever you want to call it. So we'll see. What else did I do? I did the Simflex wrap on all my airlines. It's just it looks like a doily pigtail, but it's like 2 inches thick, and you just wrap it around all your airlines. Because I have a way that they could fall in between the fenders and the slider, but hasn't yet. Filter light is on still, if you're following along. Guess we didn't have time to change that, so I'm like, okay, whatever. And power steering is fading a little bit. Like, it's fine driving down the road, but as soon as you make like a hard turn one way or the other and go to come back, I feel a slight resistance. Something is up. I noticed it on the last rig move there when we did that 631 from Savannah's yard out to Alnora area, let's say. Oh, that gear. It was kind of weird. Like, as soon as I hit the lease road, I was like, huh, something feels off right now. And yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I just felt it. I'm like, something feels stiff, and it's not lack of grease. Well, I didn't do the U-joint up top, but I'm like, it's pretty rare that I've ever had one act up. I've never had this happen before. It's just, I've had bed trucks that have had stiff spots, but I'm like, I don't know what to. Everything is working, it just feels a little bit of resistance from time to time. Not all the time. But anyways, what are we doing? Well, we're gonna go get a pipe skid because it's my day off today, and I was like, wow, I came in yesterday on my day off to finish all the stuff. I had to get some shit done, man. On your work week, 2 weeks before you have your weekend. Oh, and then I put some of those on too, which I don't know how I feel about those. We'll talk about those in a second. Shy on hours, it's cut off today, so needless to say, that's why I'm working. I'm like, I need some extra hours. So I came in and did shop time yesterday. And then, and while I was here, he was asked me, he's like, you want to work? He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm just tinkering around on my day off, trying to get stuff buttoned up here. It's like, do you want to work tomorrow? I'm like, yeah, I totally can. I'm like, and he was like, well, can you do such and such? That would have been artist, would have been just out to Three Hills. And I'm like, you got something that might have, like, full day instead of 6 hours. He's like, okay, we'll take, go grab this pipe skid from Grant, take it out to South High Road, and then after that, probably follow in line, go to Grand Prairie, and then pick up something from CHD tomorrow. I guess they're done. They're south of Grand Prairie, so 6 hours or 2 days. Take your pick. I'm like, okay, 2 days will be gnarly. So yeah, I was looking for switch covers because you know what happens with these. If you're a Kenworth driver, they get wore out from constantly touching it. I'm in second. Wind her up. Go for third. Third. The switches wear out, so I wanted covers. I don't know what they cost at like the other places, but Amazon had them, the better ones.
Now that I got an EGT gauge, this thing's got wicked bad high EGTs. Like I'm getting 1,000 just pulling the trailer, getting up to speed here.
Just melt her down, and then maybe they should put the other turbo style back on. So that's crazy. Once you're loaded, you're gonna be fucking hot. I would just let it melt.
Yeah, my jaw just hit the floor and I'm feeling kind of bad how I came home from White Court the other day. Shit.
Not gonna be doing much wheeler. That's Blaney's driving my old truck, and that truck never went over 950 its whole life. Well, once it was running right. So yeah, switches. You can get 3 for 53 bucks for 3 on Amazon. I don't know what they're charging at the truck place. I need to look around. Our parts lady was looking around, and she's like, it's pretty expensive to get all of that. I'm like, well, I need like 5 for sure. I only put on 4, really. And then when you put them in here, you need to pull these bars out because this gets super fucking tight to fucking turn on and off. I'm like, fuck me. I know they can come out too. Someone has pointed that out before. And then my interior light one, like I need to maybe do a little bit of die grind on the very inside lip of the bezel that doesn't show on the outside, but the interior light switch is shitty too. But I'm like, I just want to cover, I know it looks gay, but I'm like, the ones that I hit all the time, like the Cruise, the Jigs, the interior light, and the power divider, I'm like, those need to be covered or else they're gonna get wore out. So I might have, and these have to be 3M'd on, the double-sided sticky tape. I was like, what kind of bullshit is that? I'm fogging up. Turn on those jigs. Coming in hot. So I hope the power steering doesn't completely fail. And I'm mad about the switches. These are, I'm gonna dump them now. Yeah, dumping it. These are the ones I talk of. Don't buy these. Grand General, they were on Amazon too. And I thought they might lock around on the bottom, but they don't. There's a little, I took it out of the package and I was like, thought it would clip on. No. It did not clip on. And I was reading the instructions and a little piece of something fell out. It was double-sided sticky tape and I was like, oh yeah, okay. That's why these were way cheaper, because I got 10 of them for $100 versus 6 for, like $120. But the ones that were more expensive are the ones that fit properly. Oh, I didn't watch the hood as I went over the bump. We'll have to watch that later, okay? That's too much morning talk. Bye. by the looks of it. Yeah, you want to come out and make a right handy?
You know, I'll go up to those pickups up there. I'm assuming it's that freaking 5 that's beside me that'd be yours, right?
Yeah, that one right here drives. gonna fit. Oh. They're just everywhere. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but a lot of spots on the road, they got this like brown hue to them. Greenish brown. It's from fucking caterpillars. They migrate from one side of the road to the next. It's hilarious, I know. I'm just like, man, who do you see on one side of the road? I don't know if it's because the sun hits it more, so the leaves pop out way earlier. You know what I mean? In the season. And they literally annihilate all those leaves, and they're like, hey guys, time to move to the other side of the road. And they migrate. They're just fucking, if you pull over on the highway, there's like thousands of them. They're just fucking everywhere. I don't know, let's see how many leaves are there. It's pretty scarce over here. There's still something to eat, but this side's like lush, so you will see every single one of them is going in that direction. Well, that guy's lost. That guy's going the right way. That guy's going the right way. That guy's lost. Okay, maybe not all of them. I'll say some of them are probably already over there and they're like, oh, it's warmer over there, let's go over there. I don't know what the story is behind it. means that there's no swamp mats underneath that water. Do not go in there.
Yeah.
Very busted up over there. Pretty sure our one tractor got kind of stuck backing in that wheeled P tank. I'm still not chained up. Being lazy. Bite me in the ass, then I'll be rolling in the mud. We're gonna go over there. We gotta wait for a picker to show up, so Nelson's doing some T-bed. He could probably grab the pipes, get off the back. I mean, it is pretty heavy, but be alright. The problem is I left my sling on it, and then the manifold is kind of sitting on my sling. So I'm like, piss. Oh well. We wait.
even in low, I'm hitting like 1400. Jeez. Get out of the way, then I'll come back and sign in.
She doesn't have a radio on there. Take all your tickets.
Perfect, thanks. A little bit, 3 on the compressor.
See if it's focused because my eyes are fucking with me. My left eye is like pretty shitty this close up, holding a phone in front of your face. That's the eye that I got the surgery on that had the cataract. So reading wise, no good. Sitting at a computer, it's okay, it's fine. Driving, great, because I got the lens that's for driving. So anything close to my face with my left eye just doesn't look. I can see what I'm doing, but it's kind of like I can't tell if it's focused or blurry. So I squint, look only at my right eye. It's looking mint. Two storage tanks right there. Bed truck coming to pull my stuff off. Not allowed to double suck. Some oil companies won't accept it, which is fine. Whatever. Sure. Grant stuff in a double suck is not really that fun because their skids are extra wide and I don't have a wide trailer. So it's kind of like playing pin tag all the time. Yeah, there's the wheeled one I dropped off over there by Lake D-High. Elson must have to go get more tanks, obviously, by the amount of, what has he got, 4 8x40s there, so he's, who knows what he's doing. He's going to have at least probably 6, if not less, who knows. I do not know, just making assumptions. If you put them tight, it's 3 tanks per mat. it's too big. I think it's amplified. It needs an amplifier. It's like decent. I haven't got to really try it outside yet, but I think it's too big, and I think its wattage needs are too much for what the CB puts out. So I'm gonna look into seeing what I get for amplifiers for it, and then I'm like, dude, that's large. Thank you. I know. That's the way I like it. Well, I don't know what's going on now. Sounds like we're not going to Grand Prairie, but we got a rig move tomorrow of some sort. Or it's today. I gotta stop and check, see what's going on. I say if grabbing something from the rack site, River Rack, so just at the bottom of the hill from Drayton. We went and got that Apex combo unit from there, so like if something's going from there and it's going south of Red Deer, 580, so that's
Two loaded pickups and a winch tractor at 2.5 on the compressor.
car stairs, I do believe is 580, or is 580. The Acme turnoff crossfield, I can't remember, I'll have to look. It's in there somewhere. So west of 2 on Highway 22 and 580, just slightly east somewhere in there, so we'll see. Scoop something on the way home here, I guess. We'll see what's up. It is a little bit muddy, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of mad I got hit swamp mats, which if it wasn't swamp mats, we'd be buried. But of course, you drive over it, just the sheer weight of the truck alone, regardless of speed, it just goes, shoots up like gushers, like you struck oil, but it's mud. And it doesn't pay you anything, it actually costs a little bit of money every time it does that. So we'll zip back to town and give this thing a bath, something like that. We'll see. I gotta get out. There's no phone service in this area. It's like hit and miss. So I gotta get out of here and figure out. Maybe we'll scoop something on the way home. If not, then we gotta be back at the river rack site for 8 a.m. So that's like leave the yard at like, 6-ish. Loaded lowboy 1 on the 105. The hood's looking way better, hey guys? Let's give this little clip here. It's not like too rough, but usually right now it'd be just flopping around, so we definitely got that fixed. Slowly fixing stuff on my new truck. Just texted him, I was like, can we scoop those loads from the river rack on the way home? You know, like, holy fuck me. Got a grader? Jesus. Even with the front airbags, if it's rough, that means it's really rough. Back on to GP again. Like, CHD just dropped the rig on it. I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. I was planning on going there anyways, but and then I got a text to, got a Raylin dispatch, and I was just like, what am I doing here? So I just sent a text. I was like, just scoop my load, because it's going south of Red Deer, and we're pretty much right by Drayton. Here's where the river rack is, so I was like, I could scoop that up now, and then I don't have to come back out here for 8 a.m. and just carry on from like home at like 8 a.m. or something, you know, right? Saving time, saving money, saving fuel, just thinking outside of the box with my box head. But I guess Blaine, in K1, we've now dubbed it K1 and K2 just for short form talk, because no one like keeps saying catch up 1.0 or catch up 2.0, you know? Someone said that in the YouTube chats there, and I was like, that's a good idea, because there's going to be a lot of talk going back and forth. He's waiting at the end of the road. Supposedly, he was supposed to go, but he blew turbo a couple days ago. Blew turbo. Raylin came out of Drayton to rescue him with the turbo, but they put a PDI turbo on there instead of a Borg Warner, so I don't know what the specs are, but they were just like, here you go, all fixed. I don't know if I could just bobtail, his power was like, he was said he was getting up to 1400, 1500 on the way out here because he had to pull the 24 mid with just a storage tank, not super heavy, but you know, it's a little bit of a load. So yeah, he was gonna go and go to drain and get that looked at, but I'm like, it's not. I mentioned it this morning to somebody. I was like, you know, you can't just drop a turbo unless if it's exactly the same. You can't even do it with a VGT. You have to have a computer to reprogram the variable for the vanes or some bullshit. I don't know. I'm like, it's stupid, but I'm like, if I had to have a laptop so I could do that, then I'll do that. I'm like, I'll buy a laptop just for it. I'm like, sure, you get a program on there somehow. And so yeah, he's getting hot. Truck needs to be retuned. I'm hoping the PDI turbo will be good for him, but I'm like, I don't know, the Borg Warner is pretty awesome. He's getting less boost on a whole bunch of stuff, so I'm just like, so he's only getting 20 pounds of boost, but it's a bigger turbo. The other turbo would have been smaller, but it just laying the fuel to it, so it spooled quick. I'm like, I don't know why you would go and change it. I'm like, change it back to the Borg Warner and then you don't have to get a tune. And it pulled good. It was an awesome working truck, but we'll have to see. You only got to taste a couple days of the awesomeness, and who knows, maybe that PDI turbo will be better. Carry on. 2 Grand Prairie.